Cosine law, or we can also call it cosine formula, is a formula which relates the three sides A, B, C together with one of the angle, for example, angle C. If we take side C and also its opposite angle, angle C, to be consideration, then the formula will be written as C squared equal to A squared plus B squared minus 2AB and cosine C. So this is one form of the formula. If you treat, for example, like A and its opposite angle A as a pair, then the format or the formula can be rewritten as A squared equal to the other two pairs, B squared and C squared, the other two pair, 2BC, and also cosine angle A. So we can also write a so-called new formula for side B and also angle B. But indeed, you will see that no matter in which way we write the formula, it's still talking about we want to relate three lengths and one angle together. Now we come to take a look on a question in our handout to see how we can apply cosine formula in the question. This is a question, once again, you don't have a picture, so that's why you can draw a figure for yourselves to understand it. Now the given sides are BC, AC, and AB respectively. So that's why we can draw it very casually. Scale not very important. Oh yeah, right, ABC here. AB is a 6, AC is a 5, and BC is a 4. And then so we've got it. Now can you see that the question is including side, side, and side. Three lengths are given to you. So it is very likely to be applied cosine formula. Coming up next, you are going to solve the triangle ABC. So that's why we are still missing angle A, angle B, and angle C in the question. Now let's start with angle A first. If we consider angle A, we should consider 4 as its opposite side. So that's why the way we can get the angle A should be written as 4 squared is equal to the square of the other two sides, 5 squared, 6 squared, minus 2 times 5 times 6, and lastly, cosine A. Now you can take out your calculator to see what is the answer of it. And now you should obtain the answer, angle A to be 41.4 degrees. But we don't know whether we will be using it once again. So that's why, again, we prefer you to write a longer answer, 41.4096, for example, 6 significant figures. And then lastly, you will end up the answer 41.4 degrees. Similarly, now we can treat or take a look on angle B with its opposite side 5. So that's why on writing the cosine formula, we should write 5 squared as a subject, having 4 squared, 6 squared on the right hand side, no minus 2, 4, 6 again, and cosine angle B. So we should put an angle here in a better looking. And then once again, use your calculator carefully and get the answer. And I've got 55.7711, or it's 55.8 degrees finally. Finally, cosine C or angle C can be found by cosine law again. Or simply, can you think of an easier method? Yes, that's good. Angle C can be simply obtained by angle sum of triangle because you have found the two other angles already. So that's why I said, so you better keep a longer answer for angle A and angle B first because you haven't ended up the question. And now you will see that they are useful, definitely useful and important to apply the two longer answer for angle A and angle B to obtain the result. At last, use your calculator carefully once again and you should obtain 82.8 degrees finally. For this answer, you can end it up with 368 because it's the end of the question. And this example is also illustrated very clearly to you how you can apply cosine law in a question in which three lengths are given. Next, we come to take a look on another question in which two lengths and an angle is given to you. So now we have angle A to be 20, quite small one. So first of all, maybe I draw the angle A first with 20 degrees. And then AC is a 2, AB should be longer, is a 3. So the picture is more or less like this. Now you are also asked to solve the angle or the triangle. That means you are going to find angle C, angle B, and also the missing lengths BC over there. So where should we start? Now we take a look on the question. 2 is opposite to B, but B is missing. 3 is opposite to C, but C is missing. BC is facing to 20, but BC is missing. Can you see that this question cannot be, we cannot apply sine law to solve this problem because we don't have a proper pair, given pairs of lengths and angles in the question. So on the contrary, when you see that when you are talking about two sides and included angle, so it would be another signal which tells you it should be a question about cosine law. So let's start from BC first, because BC would be the opposite side of 20, and 20 is the only angle given. According to the cosine formula, BC square should be the subject, with 2 square, 3 square, minus 2, 2, and 3, and finally cosine 20 degree. Once again, you can apply your calculator carefully and obtain the answer. So it should be, let's see, BC should be 1.31289, and finally, it should be 1.31, no units, and correct to 368, and that's the answer. Not very difficult, right? And then after you've got BC, then you will see that we have a proper pair here. And then next, you can consider 3 and also angle C for the outcome by using sine law. But in this video, I would still prefer to demonstrate how you can apply cosine law to obtain the answers. So let's start with 3 square this time. 3 square, and then so you have the other two sides will be 2 square and 1.31289 square. Wait, can you see that it's very long to write BC in this way? So that's why I would like to introduce a tricky way that we don't write a full number, but we just write down BC square. Of course, in your calculator, you need to enter the very long answer to obtain the result. And afterward, you have 2 times 2, and also we write BC instead of the long answer. And finally, cosine angle C. So in this way, you can save the time to write a long answer, and then you just spend your time to enter the long answer 1.31289 into your calculator. And finally, you check for the answer of angle C very carefully. And the final answer, angle C, is 128.5997. And then at last, we round it up to 368, that means 129 degrees. And afterward, next we will go to angle B. This is the last angle, so don't be silly to apply cosine law, but you just applied angle sum of triangle to finish it. So as a result, you can just simply say 180 degree minus 20 and also minus angle C. And you should obtain the answer very easily, and it's 31.4 degree. So this is another demonstration on how you apply the cosine law to obtain the answers in a question in which 2 sides are given and the included angle is given. If you finish the part about cosine law as well, then this slide will be helping you to identify to which question we should apply sine law and in which question we should apply cosine law. So let's start from the sine law part first, which are put in green. Sine law normally we will use it in 2 situations. One will be when you have 2 pairs of sides and angle, for example, the following 2 pictures. So you will see that 6 is facing to 70, so we have the ratio 6 over sine 70 here. It will be equal to 5 over sine theta. So this is a situation of 2 sides, 1 angle given, and you want to find the last angle. The other situation would be you have a known A, which is facing 60, so that's why you have A over sine 60. Whereas you also have 6 over sine 70, which helps you to set up the sine law formula. The second case will be given 3 angles and 1 side, so as illustrated in the following green triangle. In this case, you will see that, for example, you want to find B, and B over sine 50 is up here, while 6 over sine 70 is another pair. So that's why they're equal to each other. In case you are asked to find A, so you can make use of A over sine 60 to find the answer. So both cases, they are corresponding to sine law. While in yellow, we are talking about the situation which applied cosine law. The first case will be 3 sides given. For example, like 6, 4, and 8 given in the picture. The question should ask you to find the angle. For example, the one I call theta here. So in this case, you write down, okay, 4 square will be 8 square, 6 square, 2, 8, 6 cosine theta, and you can find it. Or maybe you are asked to find another angle, for example, pi, which is facing to 6. So in this case, you have 6 square will be x squared, 4 squared, 2x, 4, and cosine pi. So this is a question about cosine law. Another situation would be in the second case called two sides and included angle given. Now repeat again, included angle given is important. So in this case, it should be asking you to find the remaining length. For example, I call A. So in this situation, you have A squared will be x squared, 6 squared, minus 2x, 6 cosine 30. And by this formula, cosine law, you can find the value of A. And now you may ask, what if an included angle is not given? So for example, if you have 6, you have 8, and given like 70 here. And in this situation, you will see that 6, okay, I should use green, 6 facing to 70. So that's why 8 will be facing to this angle, and you have to find it out. So in case you are asked to find the theta in this formula, then you need to do it in 2 steps. Number 1, you have to, okay, for example, I call this pi here. So you have to, first of all, 8 over sine pi equal to 6 over sine 70. So you have to find out what is pi first. Afterward, theta will be given by 180 degree minus 70 degree and minus pi. So in this case, it falls to a question to be applying sine law.